All right, I think it's working. So
You're muted. There you go.
I'm muted or Joe's muted. All right.
Joe was.
Hey everybody.
It's saying we're live.
Yep. Hey everybody, we're live. We got a couple people on here. We got Jems RC, Jay Stop Motion and More, and Truck Tech Joe. A couple other people are supposed to be stopping in. It was just a live to take up some time since John's RC Adventure is traveling today, and thought we'd jump in and just talk about trucks. We all run trucks. Oh, here comes Dennis. He's jumping in trail crawlers. So hope people like and can comment in the chat. Now I got to figure out how to unpin myself.
The same
The same way you presented yourself.
What's up, John? What's up, Jericho?
Hello.
Howdy, Dennis.
Joseph.
What's up?
Joe's getting it figured out. What's up, Dennis? Thanks for coming in.
Hey,
Looks
thanks
like
for
we got
being here, man.
Thompson. Looks like we got Thompson and Scott in the chat. Thanks for stopping in, guys.
Welcome in.
Let me get this over here.
I'll be right back.
All right, Joe. Jericho, I know you're dying to show your old school truck, so go ahead. What do you got sitting there?
I wasn't dying, but just put on me like that. But here I have the Blackfoot Extreme. I like the truck, but I don't like too many of their kits are hard to build.
All right, you're spotlighted so you can show people, Jericho.
Oh, thank
If
you.
you wanna hold it up. So I have an original Blackfoot. So Jericho, I got Jericho the Extreme to run around with me when we were first getting started.
Oh, okay.
Red Cat, and then I got that. So
What's the difference between the Blackfoot and the Extreme? Just the size of the tires and
the
amount of
Extreme's
suspension?
it's kind of set up almost like a rustler type chassis.
Okay.
But it's like if a rustler and a monster truck had a kid, because it's got like a center mounted brushless motor, but it's dual shocks all the way around. And it runs like a basher kind of.
It gets super squatted anytime I put juice into it. Before gas, after gas. Like it won't even pop a wheelie, you just squat heavily.
Yeah, we had to limit the shocks because when it would stand up, it'd start to pull the shocks apart.
It basically looked like this.
If the
Carolina squat.
Hey, what's up, Cheeky? Thanks for joining.
What's up,
Welcome in, Cheeky.
So Dennis, earlier we were talking, are you going to build you a trail truck out of your GRC?
Probably. I've got everything to do it. I could either do another Dirty South or I can do the Predator. Either one.
Is the Predator the one that's based on the Red Cat?
Yeah, the Predator.
If you have to do the Predator, you're obligated to put a Predator figure in it. I've
already got one of those sitting. All I got to do is cut it. No,
I feel like you should live stream cutting it so you just make a lot of people mad.
Chewy.
I got the Dirty South all cleaned up from doing that speed comp. That thing was filthy. Holy crap.
From that little bit.
Oh yeah, mine's trash.
When I went up the hill and then rolled down,
Oh yeah.
I let that black jacket eat.
Yeah, mine
was
got
trying to
pretty
get hot
nasty
on.
too.
I was trying to get hot on Lucas's time, man. I had him wondering.
You were moving, man. You're doing good. Both of you were. I looked away so I didn't jinx Joe, and he still got caught on that dang hole you got caught on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the second run though, I was able to make that turn really easy up on that
Yeah.
rock with the pipe.
Yeah, you did that 360 around the pole like you were a stripper.
Hey.
Don't do that again.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Bow wow wow.
Yeah, the 10-2 is missing a front drive shaft, and the front axle is making noise after 5.5 years.
Well, that's why I got this sitting out. It's starting to get that element wine. I don't know if I'm eating up a gear or it's in the trans.
Bearings.
You think it's the bearings?
Yeah.
One more.
Did you update them?
No, this is straight out of the builder's kit. We haven't ran this in the mud or anything like that.
Yeah, those element bearings aren't that great.
So I need to get a hold of the Jems bearings.
Yes, you
Yep.
do.
Get you a
Go
set of
to Jim,
stainless.
and he will hook you up.
Oh, you have a license.
Well,
Did you
if you're gonna do more trailing than anything, I would say go with the ceramics. If you're gonna run it in and out of the water, then go with the stainless.
this is Jericho's backup comp
They're
truck.
both inside.
And this truck does really well. Joe's seen it work. Jericho's won, what, 2 comps with it, Jericho?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you'd be okay with just getting the stainless.
Just stainless.
Yeah.
I'm most surprised that we were running the stock radio, like a stock Spectrum radio. And we didn't burn up this 500B because the endpoints would move so far it'd catch. And it got hot. I replaced it one. I did burn up one. But this one, it was acting funny. And it came back though. Like it hasn't had any issues since because there's no weight in this truck. It's pretty light for what it is. The only weight's in the wheels. In Jericho, I found the 1500 battery that was missing right here in your truck.
Oh,
Busted.
I plead the fifth.
Will still be the second battery we found today in a car. Jericho found the 5000Z in his Splash with monster truck tires.
Yeah,
That was-
I specifically remember that conversation. I think it was Saturday morning when you was looking for all the batteries. Oh, I pulled all my batteries.
Well, I said, I bet we left the 1500 in the comp truck. Here it was. Now, we didn't take this truck to Beat the Creek. We didn't
Well,
take
still.
any comp rigs to Beat the Creek. The only thing that was close was the base camp.
Yeah, the 5200 that I ran in the 10-2 on Trail 2 that died is still sitting in there.
Well, you got to unscrew the body, right?
Yep. I fixed that one. That one didn't even get ran, and somehow one of the links fell off. It was one of the screws just all of a sudden just somehow disappeared.
Jericho, show the red cap
Uh,
because it's got issues with the link, doesn't it?
what? Okay.
Red cat's right beside you.
No, it's really.
Oh, you moved it.
Yeah. That's the thing nice and fancy since it's the first time I set this thing up.
We cleaned up Jericho's work area again, moved his stuff upstairs.
Oh, Shiki wants to know whose battery that was that blew up over there.
Oh, that was one of my favorite batteries. Is the EcoPower 4200. So it was
Mom
like
looked it up.
still compact, but it would fit in these little trays, but it was a 4200. So our Swamp Thing truck has a metal spur on it, and the tray sits like this, but the transmission's faced the other way. So the battery slid down into the metal spur. So literally, like as we came out of a hill, me and Joe were behind Misty, and it just started billowing smoke. Then Joe jumped in like he had a full-on fire protection suit on.
Hey, it
Pulled
got
the-
saved, didn't it?
It did get saved. So that was our truck, Shiki. That was Swamp Thing. I think you've seen Swamp Thing before. It's a
But
Rancho build, but yeah, turn it, Jericho.
sliding
We can't see.
into a trail, the arm fell off, so it had rear wheel steer.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
that
think
that
that's
night just did not go well.
no.
No,
I'm just
Misty,
Well,
isn't it?
didn't Misty break portal off the Gladiator?
Yeah,
That was
she
that.
snapped.
That was
Yeah,
that
it
case
started-
a long time ago.
No,
It started.
she
It
snapped.
started with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No, the Red Cat was first. 'Cause
Wow.
remember we said we were going to wait at Jericho at the camp.
yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Red Cat was first. Jericho was swapping to the Rebel Con, and then Misty got the axle stuck in that tire wrapped, and it just snapped the end of this off. It sounded like a board breaking. I literally thought it was. It was loud, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
If you'd have had them BAMF inserts, it wouldn't have happened.
Oh, here
It's
we
a-
go.
Well, I think the tire spun on the bead. Joe has a lot of problems with that, so we've been.
Yeah.
No, it had a stock foam in it, and that length of that Gladiator and the weight, man, it wadded that tire up.
Oh yeah.
It's got dual stages in it now in the back.
I'm really surprised that I didn't break anything on that 10-2. Like I said, 5.5 years later, it just now decided to blow
Get a
the
drive
bearings up in the front axle.
The servo on the SCX6, I didn't even get to tell you yet, Joe. That bearing that comes through the top, it was just the outer races. Like it was all gone.
Will do.
Yeah. Yeah. You was talking about that in the live stream the other night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Exactly, Josh. Exactly.
Yeah, Cheeky.
I didn't even have enough to get another battery for my 10-2.
Well, I went over to Jen's Ace. Me and Joe went over there and they're gone. I was going to buy up some SCX24 batteries. Of course, that saved money. Then I could buy the servo for the SCX6.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I was just glad that I was able to get the 2 batteries from Helios when I did,
Yeah.
because they ran out quick.
Oh, people were snatching up batteries.
Oh, left
this-
and right.
Jericho, you
Yeah,
got
I
your
was-
little toolkit on the step. Sorry. You got your spare screws on the step for the Red Cat. Okay.
That's what we're going right now since I'm bored listening to you guys.
Oh, thanks. Teenager life.
I went over the TF2, and the only thing that I found was the right front shock come loose at the ball end.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
At least your
Keep
drive
doing that.
break.
Yeah, Jericho. We got to get you a drive shaft. He snapped the drive shaft on his truck. I snapped an axle. That was just all day was breaking stuff for me.
Well,
It's
this-
because you won that. It's because you won that SCX10 Pro.
Yep. That's why.
you shred out the plastic.
Hey, what's up, Robert? Hey, Dirk.
What's up, Dirk? Robert?
Loctite here.
Josh, I got the Ovonics 5200s with the what is it, the EC5? That's the same as the big Spectrum.
Oh, that big orange one, yeah.
And tell you what, they work good. I mean, you ran the 5000 Spectrum, right, Joe?
Yes.
that we had sitting there, and then I ran the Avonix 5200, and I thought my battery was dying, but it was actually the radio batteries died. But your battery died right before I swapped mine just to be safe.
Yeah, I made it. I made it through that whole, just about the whole part of that 6A with that
Yeah.
5000 Spectrum battery. I was kind of surprised by that.
What's up, Carl?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I cut the video down, and it was still hour and a half.
Yeah, I had that problem with that Trail 1 TF2 run.
Yeah.
Had 3 hours to edit. Half of it was standing and waiting.
I wish I'd have known when you guys were doing that. I would have ran that one.
I sent you the picture.
After.
No, I told you before.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty
Yeah,
sure I
I
told you
gotcha.
he's doing a TF2 run.
And I told you, Dennis, I thought in the last live stream we were together on. Maybe not. You took a break from live streams. That might have been it.
I did not get a picture. Last thing I got was that link for the video.
I'll look. It's okay. There's always next year or October.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll
is
stick-
October
Tank.
the whole
Awesome.
weekend?
Yeah, it's the same way. You come in Friday, hang out. I think there might only be one night run though. It might be Saturday. I don't know if they do on Friday. But it's not nearly. What's that, Joe?
I'm pretty sure that they're not going to say anything to you if you do your own night run Friday night.
No.
No, I
It's
mean,
about-
they were saying that the trails were supposed to be closed at midnight and there was still people out at 4 a.m.
Wow.
Right where I was set up is the backside of Trail 3, and they were coming out bouncing lights off the back of my tent.
Yeah. Now
Right.
you know. Now you know where not to camp next year.
Exactly.
So they wouldn't let you buy the pond this year?
No,
What is
Nope.
Jericho, is the battery in that thing still good? You haven't charged that in forever.
Yeah, sure.
Is Volstead doing the East Coast Championships? Says he's getting ready for National 27th and 28th. Isn't that the East Coast?
Wolste's in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have some nationals out there. He's probably going to be running.
Joe, did you ever get those rims swapped over and taken care of on your SCX24?
No, I stopped after 2. I'm gonna have to get different hubs. I don't know what it is with those racing rotor hubs and the 2 little marks where it goes in for the pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a good design.
I have some hubs you can use. If
I
you,
got my
you
new
had the extenders.
I got my new hunks mounted the other night.
Ooh,
I fought with those.
Hunks?
She's all nice and clean. That's not. Leave it the way it is. I'm still fucking tired.
What's up, buddy?
Get some trouble.
Oh, your toolkit. It's weird seeing him on one camera than the other, I'm sure. So you're saying it's bearings, it's probably the click, Joe? The grind?
yeah. If you take that take the pinion out, I just about guarantee you either the inner or the outer bearings probably are going to come apart on you.
Is it ever in the
That's why-
transmission? Because it sounds more up top.
I mean, It's plausible. I mean, if he got it wet,
What was wrong with yours? The day that we left the hobby shop and went up on the rock.
so exactly what I said, that the Samix brass covers that I put on there had too much machining done for the bearings. So the ring gear was able to move about 2 millimeters. So I put a bunch of shims in it, but I put the new their new steel ring and hardened ring and pinion, and then I did a comp with it down at Country Junction, and everything sounded fine. And then as soon as I went to beat the creek and took off with it, it started clicking again. So I gotta have to tear it back down and figure out what's going on with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It might be, I'll be honest with you, it might be that Hobby Wing 2-in-1 is just too much for it.
Could be.
I mean, I didn't have any problems with the brush system in it, and as soon as I put that in there, it's immediately, and it's the same thing I've been fighting with the Ecto. I think brushless is, it's kind of like putting it in a TF2. You're just asking for trouble.
Schultz runs the Hobby Wing.
I feel like this
I,
TFT.
I asked him what he's running. And that's what he runs, is that Fusion Pro.
23.
Yeah. No, Dirk, I didn't see the contest. Guess FMS is doing a contest with the K5.
I didn't know that. I thought they'd have said something while we were there. And Robert, it's only clean because it looked like a big ball of dirt before. They're usually not that clean. That's like a fresh build now.
And your anal dentist, don't lie.
No, come on now. No, that's my
Yeah,
comp truck. It shouldn't be dirty.
Yeah,
It's in the transmission, Joe. I just pulled both drive shafts and spun it.
It's transmission.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, same manufacturer bearings in the trannies in the pinion.
Yep.
It'll
This
hold
has
it
always
together.
had the higher overdrive. It's not the K&K overdrive, but the higher
Right.
element.
Dirk said he just emailed you about it.
I will look at it.
I bet you're going to get the full stainless kit for it anyhow. So
Yeah, if
do
I'm
it
doing
all.
variant, do the whole kit. Did you start fighting that SCX6? Other than
Yeah,
cleaning it?
it's phase 1 cleaning's done. I did a treatment of WD-40 on it. I'm going to take the interior out of it. I'm going to put some drain holes in that. There was a lot of water was getting trapped in the seats and stuff. And then I got the tires scattered apart and foams are pretty much dry. So I just got to put it back together.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
we did run it directly through a creek.
Right. So, and I ordered the stainless steel bearings for it. So I should have them mid next week.
Sweet. Yeah, it's a mod challenge. You can't really see it. It's on Instagram, their Instagram page. You mod your K5 and you already received it. Now it's time to show off your mods. And then share the results. Share a photo, tag it, and they'll select the top 21 with a first place is the K5, a t-shirt and a keychain. Second place is $100 off coupon, K5 t-shirt, and then the third place is 10% off coupon of Amazon car model only. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. You entering the bug?
But it's a K5 only challenge.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Hardick wants to know who bashes their crawlers besides him. Well, I can tell you Jericho does. That's why he's putting the
Well,
links back on the
listen,
back
Robert,
of the red hat.
I had to say that in your last video going, man, we can't take the basher out of you no matter how hard we try.
What about me?
I say you run your red cat like a basher.
If it can go above 2 miles per hour, I drive it fast.
Our Dirty South rolls over like a basher sometimes.
I was there. I seen it.
I bashed my 10-2 pretty good.
My TRX4, I have a 3300 kV reading set up in right now. I bash it pretty well. But my buddy Charlie, he's got this. We both bought TRX4 Sports at the same time. He's got the Scale Metal Fabworks big rolling metal front bumper. And he'll go out on our course out back and he's like dragging the concrete off the corners, just slamming into it. Like, I don't know how that truck lives. I mean, there's literally white marks across the concrete from that bumper dragging and hitting stuff.
I mean, I'll take my capper out and I'll get bored with it after a while because it just goes wherever you point it. And
Yeah.
I'll start doing backflips with it.
That's true.
But for the capper and my 10-2 being all stock except for the motors, they're bulletproof.
Yeah. I'm surprised at Jericho's SMT, his monster truck. We put different wheels on it because we had one loose and it stripped the hub. But he has beat that thing like it's a dang Losi. And it has held up to everything.
The only thing is you got to lock the diff on that if you're going to do at least lock the rear.
Jericho found out about locking the disc, didn't he, Jericho? Joe was there. We
What is happening?
he decided to run his King Sling. I always mess it up.
Slim.
Yeah, King Sling.
He decided to run it on the SCX6 course.
You told me there'd be mud.
You look, it worked good as a paddle boat in the creek.
Yeah.
Robert,
I thought you'd
what truck are you trying to get some heavy duty stuff on? Is it a Traxxas?
It's a
That's a
TRX4.
TRX4.
Probably.
Creel has the metal housings, so he can do the metal housings on it.
And someone has a flat skid for it now that just came out recently, didn't it? Was it Bauhaus? To tuck that up so it doesn't act like a shovel.
Yes. Yeah, it scoops it up into the chassis rails a little bit more.
Yeah. I think Bauhaus just came out with that, if I'm correct. I don't think there's any transmission upgrades for that truck though.
Not that I've seen, no, because everything in it's steel already.
Yeah. They're strong.
Yeah, Robert, if you could find a set of aluminum trio axles for that, I'd go that route first. It'll stick a little bit better and it's not going to break as easy.
It won't be as susceptible to the cold probably either.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to flex like the plastics do.
Yeah.
You guys don't know how bad Matt from Deluxe was trying to talk me into those DR44 axles. There's no way I could do that, man. That is a lot of money for one axle.
yeah.
Those are the ones with the high pinion offset. They're kind of like the old
Okay,
school Banker,
figure out
right?
what you want to do.
They're just like the AR44s, but they're a lot beefier. They use the SSD Pro housings.
Right. I thought they had a higher pinion. Instead
Yeah,
of
they
the
crank
center
the
output
pinion up
pinion.
high.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, 300 and I want to say $380 for a
I
front
think
axle. Not
I-
heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
The best deal on axles going right now, exo caged for steel and brass, like as far as strength wise and all that. Let me see if he's got it.
The fitted one stuff.
Yeah, but they actually have one that's already outfitted. Like I saw it at USTE. It's a brand new. Let's see. Get them on.
Oh, don't say the V word.
I get it, but they make a lot of their stuff for other people.
Right.
Like Super Shafty and the V word are, I'm pretty sure the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes my wallet melt.
Yeah, but this is actually. Let's see.
I mean, I didn't want to spend that kind of money on the F10, even though they were plastic.
Yeah, it's still not Curry prices though.
No. All right. I'll show this one because I saw this in person. And so this is their full, this is for both front and rear axle. 380. It's got all your portal brass weight, the metal axle housing, the hardware.
The only
And
thing it doesn't have is the internals.
yeah, you just put your internals in it. I seriously considered this when I was down in Florida. I
It's
mean,
not
that
bad.
is
Looking, but I'm sure they're heavy as hell.
right. But if you're, I mean, look at who's that crazy guy that was at that I got teamed up with, Joe. Ronnie.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to think he's running a full set of metal Capra super shafties.
Really, who's a crazy guy?
He's talking about Rockfather.
Yeah, at Rockfather Jericho, the guy I was teamed up.
Yeah, the guy that wouldn't shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron.
That's a lot
But
of
it's
people.
it's $380 for both. The Trials are 99 a piece. Or I think it's 110 for the front and 99 for the rear.
But
And that's not with all the
the
portal.
problem is the exo cage was just showing it. We were talking about a Trax instead is for the SX3.
We were talking about other axles, like Dennis was
Oh,
saying.
okay.
In general.
Okay. Okay.
But
All right.
those,
Sorry, I got
those will,
lost.
yeah, those will fit the same link setup as the AR-44. I'm pretty sure they're a little bit off, but it'll all fit.
Yeah, they're
It'd be close.
basically the same.
I've seen all those K9 guys are getting that new G-string F was it FS chassis. I'm seriously thinking about getting an outlaw chassis now just to compete.
Do it.
What are those?
Convert the
what are
dirty
those,
over.
Dennis?
I'm sorry.
This will be the one you. This is the one you have, right? The
Outlaw.
PGRC Outlaw. Outlaw Pro, right?
The only difference between the Outlaw and the Outlaw Pro is the Pro's carbon fiber rails.
All right. So this is the one you're running, right?
Yes.
Yep. I'm seriously thinking about converting mine over.
That's the one that I had at Beat the Creek that I ran that speed comp with.
And for 190, it comes with your boat sides, your whichever skid you want, right? Or the bottom skid.
Yeah, you get your choice of transmission skids. You get two
You get the
chassis
dual
braces,
servo.
the shock towers, and dual servo mount.
Now
And
is
the
that the
rails are in
difference?
carbon fiber.
Is that the difference between the Outlaw and the Outlaw Pro, or is that a different
That's the
chassis?
difference between the Dirty South and the Outlaw.
The outlaw.
Okay.
The skid was moved 1.5 inches forward and was raised 1/4 inch.
And it already comes with the bevel for the, like, that's a 2-low skid right there, right?
Yes. So you could run a 2-low, a 10-2, axial 3-gear, the Capra trans, a blank skid, or you could,
Acro train?
yep. It's got the skid for the
Wow.
Capra.
Who would do that?
The UGRC, the LCG tranny that he has,
Yeah.
it takes the Red Cat gears and gives you a 30% overdrive, or I'm sorry, 20% overdrive.
Okay. So the 2 lows like 119, 10 twos you can pick up for $40 all day.
The
Or
2-low
sorry,
you
the
can
three-
get for $91 as a blem.
Right. The 3 gears like $40, and you can do a dig on the 3 gear if you wanted to run this as a
Yes.
class 3.
A lot of guys are running the blank skid and using the deluxe NOR skid or transmissions.
That's the
Hamburger.
carbon fiber spaced out open, right?
No, that's the hamburger training.
Okay, that's the hamburger.
Yeah, it's the real small. It looks like a super tiny 3-gear. They
Okay.
have one.
Oh
with
yeah, yeah,
overdrive and
yeah.
One without overdrive.
It's like in between the 2 low and the 3.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what
it's a
you're talking
small
about, but
transmission.
I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, Eric, the Rock Chalks do require a mortgage.
And they also Deluxe has the CP43s. Those are $300 a piece. It does not matter front or rear. You go from 46-degree steering angle to a 64-degree steering angle,
Yeah.
and they have some
Heck.
weight to them.
Hard Park just came out with SCX 24 axles for that much.
Yep.
Or at least the steering angle. I don't know how much they are yet.
Yeah, Chad from Hard Park, he's stepping up his game, man. He's got a lot of stuff coming out. Tony's got 2 of his chassis, a couple sets of the wheels, and 1 set of the portals.
Okay. Serious question. Did Tony run any trails this weekend? Last weekend?
One. We ran trail 4
Eric says it's
Thursday
the
night.
Fargo, the deluxe that we were talking about. Fargo.
It's non-portal, or I'm sorry. 1 is portal and 1 is non-portal.
Okay. All right. Sorry. So he ran 1 trail.
Yep. Thursday night, we ran trail 4 with Chad from Hard Park or Hardcore. Yeah, Hard Park. And a couple of his guys. That's
Okay.
when they ran the barn at night. I actually I did 3 night runs. I did Thursday night on trail 4, Friday night on trail 5, and Saturday night on trail 2, which I don't recommend anybody doing trail 2 at night.
No, that was,
Yeah,
I was stressed. I literally have been editing that night run video. I cut that whole section out. Other
Once
than
we
like
got
where we
across,
dropped in.
once we got
when we
across
dropped
that,
in,
forget it. You've got to
That
have
was,
the headlamps, you've got to have a lot of light on your truck, and you better have a headlamp pointing at the ground where you're walking.
yeah.
we should have just bypassed it.
We definitely should have took the 4-wheeler back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jericho's glad he went back to the camper for that part.
You got
He'd have
lucky.
been stressed. But then I gave his mom my headlamp, so if it wasn't Joe turning with his angel god lights, looking back,
Hallelujah.
I was trying not to.
I waited till we got spaced apart, but then Misty was right in front of me, and she'd shine the light on her truck for it to move. And as I went to move, she turned so she could walk. So then I'm like, I'm like, thank God there's a whole band of lights around the bottom of this bug so I can at least see a little bit.
Well, you see what I did after a while, though. I took my headlamp and put it on backwards for Utah to see where he was going.
Yeah.
Hey, Cam.
I think Cam would have just ran through those woods and not cared.
Yeah, I like him. He's nuts.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
Cam's
fun.
good people. When Trace is cool too, don't get me wrong. Just Cam rose to the top as far as
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, we couldn't see nothing back in those woods, Woolsey.
Oh, Wolfie,
It was
you're probably 20, 25 yards away from your truck with grass that's probably a foot or so tall where you
Yeah.
can just see your truck. I mean, it's hard enough during the day, but at night, you might as well just go in there with a severe handicap.
Was that the first night run?
no, that was the one you went back before we went deep into the woods, Jericho. You took the Rebelcom back because you were tired.
Yeah, I was not a fan of waiting behind people who take an hour on one stop.
There was no one in front of us. We got away from those people. You started getting antsy. You're getting withdrawals from texting. No, but no one though should run the SCX 24 on a night run, except for John Martin.
Sean enjoyed running over it multiple times. And then once we got back to the site, we were playing cat and mouse underneath the canopy.
Sean hates SCX 24s with like a passion.
Oh, he tried winning that FMS last night so bad. He wants to put that
He
ripper
just wants to run
right
it over with
through
the bulldozer. Yes.
I
What would be
still can't
cool
believe
though
he
is if,
left the radio for his excavator in the barn.
yeah. But he said his buddy Jeremy picked it up.
Yeah, he'll probably get it middle of the week.
Yeah. Now that Max Smasher though, or I'm sorry, the Smasher V2, it could do backflips off of his bulldozer though. Uh-oh, Joe's got his transmission out. He's looking at
Uh-oh.
Where did
Thinking out well.
is that the Stealth XFS 3260?
XF, yeah.
Yeah. Don't we all, Chunky? Don't we all? He said he wants the Hummer so bad. Then he said, sorry, H1.
I was surprised how heavy that thing was.
Oh, that
I didn't get to
Yeah, I
get to pick
picked
it
it.
up.
I picked it up at Beat the Creek. That thing is a chunk.
Oh yeah.
Well, what they
got seven
would they-
servos in it. We found
I
out.
was going to say, yeah, seven servos. That's crazy.
And a lot of wire for 20 lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And servos.
Yeah, so it's front and rear locking diffs, steering servo front, steering servo rear, high speed, low speed. What's the other two?
Steering wheel.
servo for the steering wheel.
The steering wheel. There's 6. Is it a shift? Is it high speed, low speed? And there's another servo for the shift disconnect where it gets 2-wheel, 4-wheel?
There's our dig
Yes.
for the rear.
Yeah, it's basically a dig.
Yeah,
So
just like the
7 servo.
Vanquish.
That's crazy. Too
Yeah.
many buttons to run.
Well, the thing that I think that they should have done with that is they should have went with a little bit bigger tire on it as far as the width.
Yeah. I think they said it's 78 millimeters high.
It
Instead of
just
a
needs
live
a little
stream
bit bigger
thing.
tire on it.
I was going to say a little bit more suspension maybe. Because that thing per set's pretty low.
Yeah. You had as much clearance on your SCX 24 running at night as that you'd have in that H1.
No.
I seen a video today. One of the guys was running one of them, the monster HG Hummers in there.
Really?
Yep. He painted it all camo, and I mean, it looked good. It just was enormous.
I think that's what Wolfsey just said. He says, I think I prefer the Hummer Chris has. So is that monster one?
It's actually bigger.
Is it?
It looks like it's a 1/8 scale. It's so big, but it's the original H1. It's not the H2 like Chris has.
Okay. So Chunky was supposed to be in here. We were going to check out his Reaper, but after fighting his Reaper, he custom designed some 3D printed stuff for it. It's pretty cool the way he made some of the stuff mesh together, like a hard mount to do adjustment on it.
Did you see that Reefs actually ran his Ripper?
I
Yes,
did
I
see
did.
that.
Yeah.
$14,000 truck.
It would have never came off the table. Knowing that they're going for that kind of money.
Well,
Not a chance.
Brock already ran it a little bit, but nothing in a trail, right? Because Brock did all the work on it for him, didn't he?
Yes,
I
but
wonder.
it's got some rash on it. The underside, it's got a couple little scuffs that he said you really can't even notice. But
Right.
for the money that thing cost initially to buy, he says
And then
you
that they
shouldn't
put
be
in
able to damage that truck at all.
Yeah.
With garbage on the floor.
Colton
I
had
wonder
two
how
of them
much-
at one point.
Yeah, that's
What-
ridiculous.
I wonder how much motivation EXO had to motivate him to get it off the table.
Well, in the video, if you watched it, Exo's like, I can't believe you're running it.
Right. They could be playing it off too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Sharif just said, you know what? I'm going to run this. You run that. Because somebody
Yeah,
else
'cause-
was running his pro build.
Yeah, his buckwheat chassis, right? Or buckwheat pro build, right?
Yep.
Now, you didn't see the Ripper at the barn, though.
No.
No.
Uh,
That was
No.
not going in the barn.
I mean, it
I
could
did-
fall off like from 20 feet up and hit a plow, right, John?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Yep.
It bounced like a
And
basketball,
a power auger.
It bounced like a basketball.
Yeah,
I
Jericho
had
hasn't
it.
ran the barn yet because he was always worried about his red cat or something falling off the top.
Well,
Really?
the whole thing was that truck is real jumpy when you hit the throttle or hit reverse. And not only
Yeah.
that, but it had absolutely no drag brake at all.
Sounds like somebody needs to do some tuning.
It's called it's a stock ESC, and there's nothing I can do to it.
Yeah, it's the
You need to put a new
1060. yeah,
ESC
John?
in.
It's
Gotcha.
not the 1060. It's not 1060. It's whatever. It's that dynamite, whatever they put in the SCX.
Oh, yeah.
Where you got the two jumper switches that Dennis is like, oh, one of them's drag brake. I go, not in this one. Dennis, it's LiPo or NIM forward
And then forward
or
brake
forward
reverse.
back or in forward back reverse.
Yep.
They should have put drag brake on there. Fuck the forward brake reverse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Capra
Hence-
one has the
Hence,
drag brake.
hence why I came home with another 1080.
Yep. But Jericho's got a Fusion Red Cat. It would be good up there. I'm sure he'll run it this year at Rocktober.
Yeah, you will.
We're gonna make you run it at Rocktober.
Time to be a big boy.
Joe Chunky's asking, you still want the Stealth X trans made for the 12 degree?
Need to get the chassis first.
Give it a week, he'll have it.
He probably already ordered it. He's just not saying nothing.
Huh.
He's like stainless
What?
bearings, UGRC Pro Outlaw.
Are you gonna do
Yeah.
the carbon fiber or are you just gonna do the G10?
Well, if you're
'Cause you
going to
only
do
need
it,
the
you
rails.
might as if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. So I'll probably get the carbon fiber rails, make it look pretty.
Look, listen to him talking like it's future tense, not like it's already present tense.
Hey, it's not in my possession, so it's
Yeah,
still technically in the future.
Do you have a shipping tracking number?
Not yet.
I think Jeremiah's still looking through all the emails and trying to figure out if he's got any material to cut.
Well, thanks to Joe, he sold like 2 or 3 of them to the Southern Ohio RC guys.
Hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Thanks for stopping in, Thompson.
we'll take care, man. The guy that owns Country Junction,
Yes,
Darren?
he's stocking them.
yes,
Yeah,
he's supposedly got his order already.
He did. Yep.
Okay,
He had it on display at the last comp.
nice.
okay, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, well, if memory serves me right, I think he stuck them over by the G-string stuff. So I'll have to
Yeah.
talk to him about. I'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah, gonna
They're
have
like
to have
magnets.
him
They
moved
gotta be
away from that.
way separate.
Rub that bad mojo off of those right on the artist.
Yeah.
I do
Well,
have
I
to say
seen-
though. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say I just seen that Ziggy just finished another G-string build, and yeah, that was kind of the kicker for me. I'm gonna have to get it done.
That was no thanks to Doug Jones.
Yeah,
What's up, Guru?
Sub
I
Guru.
kind of figured.
the guru.
But so Joey, that Dennis and John, you haven't met him, but Joey is a guy that runs his comp truck like an on-off switch. Good guy, but every once in a while he'll slow down and hit a good line, and then he's just back on the throttle. Well, he had an old G-Speed that he got used from somebody, and the frame broke. G-Speed sent him another two new chassis rails. He got it used, no receipt, and they sent it to him.
Oh, that UGRC does the same.
They will on a used one, even like you
Yep.
got secondhand.
Yep,
Yeah,
lifetime
That's
warranty.
nice. That's awesome.
Lifetime warranty on anything. The rails, skid, servo mount,
See you, Sheepy.
shock mounts, braces, anything.
I haven't got to meet Jeremy.
I've only met him one time.
He goes in for surgery the 25th for his shoulder. What's up, Sean?
I did get to meet Fish and Bill.
He is a
He's right
riot.
by you guys. He is. He's funny, and his paint jobs were amazing.
Yeah, now the guy that was with him, I can't remember his name, so I just kept calling him Minnesota all weekend. He does some amazing paint jobs too.
He does.
Yeah. He uses a
think
lot of spastic, and Fish and Bill hates spastic. And those they were pissing at each other all week.
If you use spastic with spastic, it's good. You cannot mix it with TS paint or PS paint.
No,
Or Traxxas.
Yeah,
I mean, you can, but it
it
has
takes
to be
forever to dry,
a small spot.
and it still takes forever to dry. It'll smell like paint for weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I did the bug body, the inside was spastic black, but I did all TS on the outside to my or what's up, Nitro Freak?
Frank, what's going on?
how you doing, Frank?
What's up, Sean? He's still on the plane, but he's saying hi to everyone.
Get off the phone.
They're not gonna let you off the plane.
Right? Gonna think he's a terrorist.
Yeah, the Irish accent playing with the phone.
What do you mean? I'm surrounded by all this metal.
So, Dennis, I know you said it on other live streams, and I don't want to get you teared up, but you had a good weekend.
Yes, I did.
You want
I
to share?
was, well,
Sorry.
it started that I got a call from Javier from Operation 11 Charlie on Wednesday, letting me know he wasn't going to be able to show up because of father-in-law having health issues. Asked if I would help out. Absolutely. You know what I have to do. There's the cast. I got there, met up with Nathan and his wife from Operation 11 Charlie, talked with a couple of the other guys, let them know just, hey, whatever you need, just give me a call, text me, whatever. I'll be right over. Not a problem. Well, I was walking around, bought a couple things. I was only a booth away and I got a text. Hey, bud, can you come to the tent real quick? Sure. I popped over. He goes, well, that was quick. Then he said, everybody come over here. And now Sean drove from Chicago to Beat the Creek mainly for this. And him running his construction stuff was just a plus. So I'm standing there next to Nathan and he's holding something up against his stomach. All right, I put my stuff down, standing there, and he turns this plaque around. I got inducted into the Operation 11 Charlie family.
Congrats again.
Of recognition.
Congrats.
Congratulations. It's pretty awesome.
So, with that being said, I got all choked up and wasn't right in the head the rest of the weekend. And I'm
No, you came over.
trying to grasp everything.
Yeah, you came over to talk to me and Joe and stuff for the showdown, and you're kind of awestruck, buddy. But it's awesome. That's great for you. That's a great organization. You do a lot with them. You deserve that, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, anybody that helps anybody in the hobby, regardless if it's veterans or your local police or fire department, apparently does not get unnoticed. The littlest thing they see. And to be part of Operation 11 Charlie, lucky Josh.
Hey, I didn't spotlight you at least, so it wouldn't be all up in your face, buddy.
To be part of that organization is the best feeling. It's an honor and a privilege. They do great things for the veterans that served and that are still serving. Like they say every week, 22 is 22 too many.
Yep.
Suicide awareness, veterans should not have to worry about it.
No.
If it wasn't for them, we couldn't do this.
Personally, 90% of what is going on shouldn't be going on.
No, and if you see a veteran, thank them.
Absolutely.
Do it every single day at work because I got special
Yeah.
players cards and we know right then and there.
Put all
I live
feelings
with-
aside to the police and the fire department and thank them. because you never know. One day you might need them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to
Absolutely.
DC next
So-
week. It'll be the police like memorial things happening in DC, and there's gonna be veterans there. So teachers told us like be respectful, salute, say thank you for your service, all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jericho's going
And-
through school.
There are a lot of people that portray veterans, which I don't think is right.
No,
You know, I know it's wrong, but I personally, when I thank them, I ask them what branch they were in and where they served. Because somebody that's portraying them, it stumps them. Somebody that's been active and that has seen the worst of the worst will tell you exactly where they were.
yep.
I've got a son-in-law that's still in, and he wanted to turn it into a career. He's been to Kuwait twice. Apparently, Kuwait is a playground. They go, they sit on base, they hang out, and they get to go and do the same thing that we do every day. The base is just their job. If they had to sit there 24/7, it would drive them absolutely crazy. So
I work with several people that served, and the stories they've told me and the stuff they've endured, and anytime I can try and help out organizations like 11 Charlie, we do. Like I met Javier at the first Rocktober I went to. He was actually there with the trailer, and this is before any of the Horizon stuff or anything. And he talked to me like I was his best friend. And he told me what the organization did, and we donated, and got in a raffle and stuff. And then seen him at Axial Fest and met Josh and James and James' son Odin and all those guys, and they treat you like family.
Yeah,
And
I'm so surprised that I didn't meet up with you at Axial Fest, because
Yeah.
I was right there with 11 Charlie.
Yeah,
We hung out with Odin and James more out on the course though, didn't we, Jericho? Out in the pit.
Oh, the gravel pit. Heck, I think that's where everybody lived. I don't know if anybody ever did any trails, because there's so many just cool things just to do just there.
Yeah.
Joe,
Joe,
besides get on one trail and pop off and get off onto another and be on the other side of the gravel pit.
yeah,
Joe, this will be your first Axial Fest, right?
Correct.
Oh, sorry, Jericho. Go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
well, it's not really on top anymore, so we just keep going.
Oh, no, you can go back to what we were talking about. We hung out with them at Axial Fest, and that was cool. And Odin ran a bomber we had, and in the races and stuff.
what's up, Kurt? What's up, Queenie? And
Like I
Sean,
said, if-
it was not my fault. Sean just forgot. Sorry, Jericho.
If you recall, do you remember smelling something burning in the gravel pit?
There was a few that burnt. I locked up a motor in the gravel pit, so it almost always smelled like burnt ESC down there. Did you melt one down, John?
Oh, it was bad. I had the SMT-10, and I was out playing. And when I mean playing, I mean every single water hole. It didn't matter if we were supposed to go around it. I was going through it because that truck floats.
Yeah.
I found this out. So yeah, I got down there and it cut out in the gravel pit. I'm like, all right. I just walked down the cliffside to it. I go just ready to grab the truck to see what's going on, and it let out the dragon in my hand. It's like there was kids. Oh, you're on fire! And I just reached in, grabbed the pin, and just grabbed the battery and just yanked the whole thing, and out come the wires to the ESC.
That's about what I did with Misty's truck when it went up.
Yep.
Yep.
Sean, before you go, just want to tell you, appreciate what you did. Coming down there
Sure.
just for that, really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Now get off
Effort
the phone.
Effort worth deserved.
Safe travel,
Oh.
Sean.
Yeah, be safe, Sean. Even though it's safer where you were. Oh
Oh,
no, he's heading home now. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
safer going back home.
and while I'm still thinking about Operation 11 Charlie, so you and Josh know Joe. I'm going to talk to the couple that does the comps at Magic about doing one there.
Oh,
We'll be
Yeah.
there, or I'll
yeah,
be
I'll
there.
go.
For Joe.
I was actually disappointed they canceled this weekend because of the weather.
Yeah, I was ready.
Well, I'm almost ready. I got to glue inserts.
You see what Kurt said, Dennis?
What do you say?
Yeah, whatever, Sean or Kurt.
Kurt says you're the man, Sean, because I wouldn't have done that for Dennis.
That's a friend. That truly is a friend.
Yeah, Dennis, keep me posted on when you're gonna try to get that figured out.
It's not really an event, John. It's just going to be a comp that we're going to try to raise as much as we can.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Let me know when you decide to do that. I might have to just show up.
Not a problem.
John, we might have an extra comp truck for you to run if I get this pro done.
What's up, Eric?
I don't care. I'll run my junk.
look.
I don't care.
Well, it's
The
fresh.
heck?
I'll
will.
turn this comp into hey, let me just monster truck it.
Hey,
Not you.
my first comp was at Magic Hobbies in my Ecto for the Aspies. Didn't turn out very well, but hey, dollar a gate was worth to support the cause.
Right.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty lucky at my first comp. The base camp, I won it.
Yeah, no contest.
Weren't you there, Joe?
Yeah, that's why I said no contest.
Jericho did awesome though too with it.
Mm-hmm.
The Smokestack Hobbies one where we won the gatekeeper. But now we got Joe, we got Dennis, we got Chunky coming up with his Reaper chassis. We all got to step our game up. We roll
Thanks,
in
Eric.
deep like a club. We're not competing against many of the people there. We compete against ourselves, our group. I haven't got to see you run a comp yet, John, so I'm not discounting.
Jericho. Yeah, I see you too.
You two talk more smack to each other than anyone.
I'll just say it'll be a spectacle. I guarantee it.
Hey, as long as you have fun, it's all that matters. Just like anything else.
That's the way I see it. You know what? I go out of town racing. First time ever seeing the track, and you know when I put my car on the track?
When
I go out there for the first heat race.
Just send it.
Yep. See what it's got. And when we do our little hot laps, I'll figure it out then.
your series started last weekend and you missed it, right? So does that
Yes,
mean you're
it
racing
did.
tomorrow?
With that, no, they're not racing this weekend. Next weekend is a second point series race, so I guess I'll show up to that one.
I guess it's away from truck talk, but the 21st in Lancaster at River Valley Mall, me and Jericho are going to help run it. There will be a drag race, but it will be bracket racing this time.
Ooh,
So you can run DR10s against outlaw cars or whatever. So it's not about chasing the money. We're trying to make it more hobby based. The guys running the big money
competition.
cars, yeah, they're outside. This time you're racing yourself. So it will be I think we have it set up as a pro tree style. So it's not instant green. You still got 3 yellows that flash instantly and then the green. I think it's going to be $20 to enter. And if it's the same format we talked about, I didn't talk to Larry this week, but I think it pays top 3 spots or top 2 spots. It's either 80-20 or it's 70-20-10.
I'd almost get one for bracket racing.
Well, Joe, I have a DR10 you can pick up that'll run a 1.8 every pass right now.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I have no interest on the whole just as fast as you can go outlaw style racing. I've
Right.
been more into the bracket racing, so
Yeah. There it is.
that interests me.
Jericho's got it in his hand. That's that truck. That car is just it runs a 189 and then a 189 and then a 188 and then a 189. It's 66 foot indoors. You got to bring your own table, but there's electric running around for everybody.
But they have giant lamps that use the power of the sun.
Yeah, they have stuff to keep it bright in there so you can see. They have work lamps in the back room because it's not as well lit. But yeah, like Chunky says, it's why he doesn't race. He bought a new motor, and by the time he got everything in and got to go practice, it's now a slower motor. But the bracket is. Me and Larry talked about it. He wanted help running it, and I said, if we're running it, I would like to run bracket because it just makes more sense to me. You got the guys outside trying to go as fast as possible. Why don't we make it so the guys that want to do it just for the sport of it, the hobby of it, not having to dump their whole life savings into a car to melt 2 ESC sticking to the track. Like I talked to John Schultz, his car ran 92 mile an hour in Vegas, but he lost because he stuck to the track because it was so sticky and prepped and no prep. But you're by the time 5 guys run, the prep comes off the tire and the whole track's coated. And
Right.
but so the 21st River Valley Mall in Lancaster, Ohio. It starts test and tune starts at 10, and then we go live at noon for the first rounds. It's a fun time, good people. And the guys that want to do the bracket racing, and I'm not saying the guys that go fast won't help you, but everybody there is to help everybody. And it's a lot like crawling. So, Joe, are you like sitting on the floor of your bedroom, or is that a couch?
That's couch.
Okay. Like the angle, I was like, that could be a blanket hanging off the edge of a bed, or
No, it's couch.
Hey, Joe, go like this for a second. Lean to your side. Do you still have a Christmas tree up, or is that a light?
So, my wife makes them. So they're like a pre-set up kind of a thing, to where at the end of the year you just put a bag over them and store them up, and then next year you just pull them out and ready to go. So yes, there is a Christmas tree behind me.
Lazy.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Right. It's a little odd Cinco de Mayo.
it's the Mother's Day Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so wanted to go tomorrow. But with the
Thank you just
weather.
said, thank God my wife isn't watching this.
Why? Why? She'll want one.
Yes,
Want what?
the
The
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree that's behind Joe.
Dennis, you got to be close to your screen because I didn't even notice that.
No, I'm not. I mean, my arm's full reach and I'm not touching the laptop. I could do a Brad.
To do the Brad, you got to look up and down.
Yeah, like you're using your bifocals.
That was a good Brad right there. I did invite Brad to come in tonight. I don't know where he's at.
If he pops in, I'm out. See ya.
Yeah.
So I've been saving all the emails that Brad sent me to keep track of what he sent me in the past 2 weeks. I'm at 29.
I was gonna
Wow.
take a guess that I was gonna say like 30.
You're close.
Wow.
Yeah, very close. Now, some of them are cool, some of them aren't. Some of them are in a different language, and it's just
That's why he
But-
doesn't get my email, my phone, nothing.
Woolsey just said, Joe, you got Brad to a T.
Yeah.
You're just
But,
missing that big gallon jug of Arizona.
Yep.
Oh, he was drinking that last night, and he took a
Yes.
drink, and all the stuff settling at the bottom of it. Ugh. No. No. No.
That's a big
But-
no.
Well, we've been running a little over an hour, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. Unless anybody has anything life altering, I think I'll end it. I think it was a good first stream. Thanks everybody for stopping by.
Yep.
Uh,
Thank everybody in the chat for hanging out. And
Yep.
thank you for all the kind words. Appreciate it.
You deserve it, buddy. I wanted to make sure anybody who's around knew about it because you've done so much for that organization.
And us.
Yes.
I do it just
Yeah.
to do it. I don't do it to be recognized.
John, we got to get
Great.
together more. I know
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
long haul for you, but we got to get together.
Hey,
We talked.
yeah, I'm gonna probably be in Cleveland at some point.
Oh,
Are you
here comes.
are you up in Michigan, John?
Yes.
I'm thinking about going up to Dave Beebe from Jems Hobbies.
Hold on a second.
What's up, Eric?
Tammy, quit yelling.
You don't know me.
Was that Brad?
Hey,
Now
Keith
that
showed
we
up
say-
too.
Now that we say the ending, like 2 people joined.
Yeah.
Getting ready to end it, and then here comes Eric and Keith.
Right.
What's up, Eric?
Okay. Okay. What about Nick and Hobbies?
Do you know Dave Beebe?
No.
He started the Masters of Mitten, does a lot of MOA.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, he's actually doing a comp coming up. I'm thinking about going up to. It's on a Monday, on Memorial Day, though.
Okay.
Jericho's out of school, and I'll be.
Where at
I'll be
Michigan is that?
I'd have to look to double check.
It's
right,
probably around the Detroit area.
yes, right in Detroit. Yep, north side of Detroit.
Okay, so it's Sterling.
I'd have to look at it to be
Yeah,
honest
like I
with
said,
you,
there's
and
three.
I'm
There's
on my
three.
phone.
There's three. Nate. There's Westgate, Sterling, and I can't remember
Farmington.
Farmington. Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually at a Nankin facility,
No, I'm just saying.
right? But he just posted it, I think, yesterday. So I can share it if need be.
You guys want to
Okay,
close
guys.
down?
Hey guys, I'm going to end the live. I appreciate it. You want to? I'll keep the chat open though.
I didn't know you had a live going.
So yeah,
Yep.
sorry, Keith. We're getting
Oh,
ready to stop.